What's up, everybody? It is another beautiful Friday, and I am back with Built to Endure. My video was just recently tagged and posted on First Form's official page, which is here. Love the company, love the family, and I got a crazy amount of messages saying thank you for being so open and honest and vulnerable. The whole reason for me creating this series and this Built to Endure hashtag is more so to say that we're much stronger than we think, but in order to get there, we need to first be vulnerable. And I'm just happy and pleased that I'm able to give others the confidence to step outside of their comfort zone. And the little that you know, you're going to be able to impact so many other lives rather than, just benefiting your own. So by me sharing my messages and my stories, I'm giving myself self-therapy, but at the same time, I'm also giving you the confidence to do the same. We're building a whole community, we're building a family. So with that said, guys, we all know what's going on in the world right now, but it's just, my message today is let's be grateful for the bad times. I have experienced so much in my life, all good and bad. Thankfully, more good than bad, but you have a couple, bad situations and they stick with you for a long time. I was born into a place like this where every day, in a sense, was an epidemic, but not necessarily a sickness, but just poverty. The whole town, it's a matter of when will things ever change? What's going to happen tomorrow? We don't know. And then another thing was food. Like one of the biggest things that stick with me even till this day is I remember coming home from school. Our lights was turned off, and my sister had a bag of potato chips, and we didn't have any food. So we were a family of 5. So my mom and then 5 children, and she relied on food stamps to get us by. We went to school, I was able to get 2 meals there, and then I got home, I knew I was gonna have another meal. But usually 10 days remaining into every month, I knew we were gonna run out. We always did. So we'd always struggle to find food. One of the things that I was able to do, which is not a cool thing, but there's always gambling, going around. Usually when there's poverty, there's also bad things that accompany it. I was able to steer clear of all of the extremely bad things like drugs, but somehow, some way, I was very lucky, and I always were. But I would go have like 50 cents, we play cards or we shoot dice. And somehow I walk in there with like 50 cents that I either found on the ground or I was able to scramble from my cousins or something like that, and I'll walk away with like $200 or $300. Not even joking you. First thing I do is I would keep like $10 of that because I knew the gas station, one of the 2 gas stations that were in my town, they sold like fried chicken. So I would always take $10 for myself because that was the only thing that I want. And I would literally give my mom the remainder of the money, sometimes an extra $50, all the way up to $300. And she would then actually put some of that towards the light bill. And then she also would buy more food for us to have. So the resources were super limited. I also had a job that I went to after school every single day. I did it 5 times a week and literally only got paid $10 a week. So that was not obviously enough to sustain. And mind you guys, I'm like 7, 8, 9 years old at the time. So we did this for a pretty extensive amount of time. Because of this experience that I was able to go through, I know that hard times last, but they're not forever. I went in my room and I prayed and I cried. I knew I wasn't meant to be in Mississippi. And sure enough, I was able to escape it. And here I am today, creating a life for myself and again for my family. I just want you guys to know that our hard times are meant to harden us. It's meant to make us stronger, meant to make us, I guess, I don't know. And yeah, there we go, Built to Endure. The whole series. That's why I'm built to endure. That's why you're built to endure. We invite hard times like this to help propel us and get us to the next step. You know, we either have a choice of, you know, like we can say, for instance, if you were to do a workout, right? Every single day, if you're pushing yourself really hard, you teeter between, do I work really hard or do I quit? If you're pushing that threshold, like that little voice in your head saying, stop, you'll feel better, or stop, quick, let me catch my breath, like you can either choose to listen to that or not listen to that. Same thing in life. We're experiencing a really, really difficult time, so we can either submit to this virus that's going around and say, you know what, I'll just lay around, be lazy, and you know what, I can't change anything, it's out of my control, which really it is, but some of the things that you can control within your own household, you can still do, like being diligent, keeping, like, you know, just keep your normal routine, like get up, clean the house, find a way to work out. We'll always be able to find a way. Our will always push us to find a way, okay? So, bad times are not here to stay. They are meant to make us stronger. So I need you to choose outside of that dark cloud to say, this is actually gonna make me stronger and push me even more. There are other people, I always tell myself this, even though I've experienced some hard things in my life, there are always other people who experience things much worse. I am my own motivation. I have my own stories, my own whys to help push me through and keep me going forward. I'm hoping to offer that to you as well. Use this time that we're going through to harden yourself, be strong, and also at the same time, if you can, help others. Like I said earlier, guys, I heavily relied on going to school for getting a couple meals a day. There was 2/3 of my eating was at school. And when I first came here, they warned my host mom, the I guess coordinators of the program that I came here through. They said, be careful because these kids don't get to eat very much, so they will binge eat, you know. And I did just that, you know. On top of just growing as a normal boy, I didn't grow so much this way. I grew a lot that way. But just know that, guys, like, we all are facing like hard times, and we are meant to have these times to make us so much stronger. With that said, guys, stay safe, stay strong. We are all in this together. We are family. It's Friday. Make the best of it. I'm Charles. This is Built to Endure. I'll see you next week.